What's going on, everyone? Yes, today is another toy review, and yes, the man that stands in front of you is a blood hunter, or also known as a hunter, from the video game Bloodborne, and that is on PlayStation 4. If you haven't played it, you should definitely check it out. It's an older game. You can get it for pretty cheap. Now, this figure here is actually made by VTS, which is also known as Damn Toys. So if you've never heard of VTS, I'm pretty sure you heard of Damn Toys. And I will say, for this not to be an official release of a Bloodborne figure, pretty damn accurate. It has a few flaws here and there, but not many. But let's jump into the review and see what this good old hunter has to offer. So, off the back, detail wise. Now, the bad part about this particular figure, first thing coming out the gate, he cannot stand on his own. I think mine just probably got the boots casted, probably on the angle, which caused him not to be able to stand up. So I'm probably gonna have to heat the boots up and kind of reform the boots to actually sit flat on the ground. But further as like the details, they did really, really good. Now, I do have the Bloodborne statue that was officially released through Gecko. So I was able to look at like small differences to see, what they possibly missed. Um, and like I said, there's a few things here and there that's inaccurate, but for the most part, to get a 1/6 scale posable figure of a hunter, this is pretty damn solid. So I really can't complain, really. All right, that's the back of them. I'll lift this up. Nice clean stitching. And it's nice weathering on this jacket. It might be hard to see on my camera, but this is not just one flat tone. So they really took time out of actually making sure that the paint job is nice. Details in the gauntlets are nice. All right. Now, this is a 1/6 scale figure, so he does sit 12 inches. I'll show you a quick height comparison real fast. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this hat, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this cowl that's around. Now, I'll let you know, this is flexible, so that is nice. So this is a bendy wire cape that you can bend to your liking, even the collar. Everything on here is bendable, so I'll just tell you that right now because I'm not going to put it back on. All right. So as for height, here's a few things. Let me bring this camera back so y'all can actually see. All right. And I'm going to take him off his stand for a second. I'll lean him up against that. So I brought a few hunters out. Here is the Figma hunter from Bloodborne. Pretty tiny. And here is the Gecko statue. I don't have him on the stand because he doesn't need one. Here is the hunter that was officially released. So they sit the exact same height. Body is a little bit smaller on the statue wise, but more sleeker looking. Now, why actually have him next to the other hunter before I get into like accessories and all that good stuff? So it might be a 3-part video. We'll see. Quick things. Ooh, that was close. I forgot this damn sheet like to move. That could have been my weapons all over the floor. All right, so let me move this stuff for 1 second. Let me put fucking shitty legs back on his crotch holder, his testicle cover. So as for details, small details, so you would notice on this figure, hat pretty solid, did pretty well there. Mask on here is more like a faded gray, and I've seen some pictures where it's like almost like a navy, really dark, washed out blue. So I'm thinking that's why they went with blue over there. But this one is much cleaner, much richer. I kind of wish it had that more dingy, dirty, broke down look. But that's one of the changes. Same thing goes for the rag. This is more vibrant looking. Probably could have had a little more wash or at least a different tint of material. If you notice on the actual vest itself, I'll open this up so you can see. Notice on the vest itself, this doesn't go past the belt, Where if you look over here, this actually drops past the belt. So this probably could have been tailored a little bit longer than what this is dealing with. Jacket, not too far off. This one has a little bit more of a dim look. This has a more washed out, worn look. Would have been nice though. Now, one thing on this here, this actually has more olive color pants, where if you look at all of the other hunter figures, even my Figma figure, his pants is more like a brownish or washed out. I'm gonna say it could be green, but it's just like more beat down. This over here has more of a weird tint to it as well, but you could tell from the top part of it that it's almost like the same color as the Figma, where these are just more, like I said, bright olive green. So they're a little bit more stronger in the color. They probably could have been worn down a little bit more. Boots, pretty damn solid. They did a really good job there along with the knee pads. So that part is actually pretty much the same. Even if I zoom in a little bit and you can see, they kept everything pretty solid. Now, granted, mine has a little bit more red in it on the statue solely because that's the blood puddle version. So, which is hilarious because barely any fucking blood on there, but that's the blood puddle version. So that's why it has a little bit more red stuff going on. Outside of that, oh yeah, his chain here. Oh, can't see. Go up. The chain up here, much more longer, where it's much more shorter, kind of more in a controlled area, where this one kind of just like droops all over the place. So that is a little slight thing that can easily be fixed. If somebody wanted to fix it, just push the chain up a little bit higher to shorten it, and there you go. Now the thing is, this here on the part of the jacket, I do wish this flap had like buttons behind it where you can just clip it to keep it in place. That would have been nicer, because even though this is obviously solid because this is a statue, this would have been nice to actually see that being able to flow, because then you could have controlled that chain by pulling it up higher or whatever the case may be. Can't have everything, but it is what it is. So that's kind of the similarities and the differences between the character himself. Oh, one thing too, every single hunter that was released had gray hair, where on this hunter, he has brown hair. So they did miss that small detail there where you're not getting the accurate aspect dealing with the hair color. But hey, like I said, small things, nothing major. It is what it is. All right. So let's go ahead and get him up out of here and let's get into this figure. So right now I'm going to stop the video because I'm not that far off from stopping. So I don't want to stop in the middle of it. So I'm going to stop it here and I'll restart it back up and have another part for you.